I wanted to talk to you about the Biden's puppy play scandal. Have you heard about this?
Is that the splitting the money thing or something else going on?
No, are you familiar with puppy play?
I am. Is that a furry thing?
It's a kink.
Okay. No. Catch me up to speed. Catch me and chat up to speed.
So
What is puppy play?
puppy play is a form of sexual activity, a kink, where one person will dress up like a puppy, like a leather puppy, and the other person will be their handler, and that's generally, and then it's like it can be sexual. Generally, that's what it is, right? It's
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of like leather furries in a way, right? So
Sounds based. So Biden's into this?
so not Biden, but he appointed
Oh man.
somebody who is into this. And the Libs of TikTok account, everybody's favorite account, reporting on this important information. Let me share screens with you quick so you can see what I'm looking at here. So the Libs of TikTok account, once again, not tweeting at all about TikTok in any way. This is Sam Britton, a drag queen and LGBTQ plus activist who was just hired to a top level position at the Department of Energy. And here's a picture of them at a kink convention with some people engaged in puppy play. Apparently, Sam here is a handler in the puppy play community. And so this person is very not happy about this. I'd scroll down, but people have uploaded separate images, which I don't know if they are TOS, so I will not scroll down. On its face, what do you think of this?
I mean, based. I don't know. This is the kind of thing I just don't know why anyone cares about.
Based? It's based?
Sure. Why not?
I mean, my thing is,
Like we need more furry representation in
we
the
need
government.
more
Okay?
puppy. In
Furries
fact,
are not.
where's the
We
puppy play
don't have.
lobby? Where's
Yeah,
the,
exactly.
where's the puppy play lobby? I
Listen,
mean,
we need subsidies for leather dog masks. Okay,
subsidies for leather
the
dog
prices
masks.
are out of control.
It'll help.
It-
It'll help our local farmers who have cows. You know, I think in many ways, conservatives should be thankful that so many the leather industry has been rejuvenated through the spike in puppy play engagement
yeah,
in the
I mean,
kink
we
community.
could yeah, we could levy tariffs against importing like leather puppy masks, so that all of our puppy masks are nice domestic, made in
We need
America
to we need to
kind of thing.
we America needs to become the number one manufacturer of puppy play items and tools as we dominate the global puppy play market.
Yeah, the
Uh,
last time I was in one of these stores, right, and I was buying a ball gag and it said "Made in China." It's just disgusting, right? Like we can make these things here. I don't understand why why we would allow
wow.
the importing of these goods.
You want to know? There has to be at least one person who was like looking at like sex toys and just saw "Made in China." Was like, no, I buy American. I buy American sex toys. God
Like,
damn it.
that's based, okay?
Look,
Live your values.
live your values. So, if you want my genuine opinion of this, like personally, I find this type of stuff like not attractive to me. Right? I don't get it. It's not my thing, but I don't really care if it's my thing or it's their thing or whatever. I think it's somebody's own personal business. And the thing is, I don't think this should have any impact on somebody's ability to hold a political position or not. Somebody's own personal sex life and should not really be anyone's business when it comes to the Department of Energy. How is this related? Because I think specifically this person is involved with like nuclear power and like that's the role that they're going to be fulfilling. How does this what does this have to do with this at all? And I'm not saying this like it's a nothing burger. This is a nothing burger story, but it's been picked up by, I believe, like the Millennial Post. It's been picked up by Emails Chong. It's been picked up by big accounts like this. This has nothing to do with this person's capability to fulfill their role. I mean, for all we know, maybe they're going to get people engaged in puppy play and like giant hamster balls, and that's how we're going to find our green renewable future. And the Green New Deal was always ridiculous, but a puppy New Deal might be the path forward in this country. And people aren't looking at the possibilities here.
That's the future that we really want. This is why you support the Biden administration, right? We need to find clean, renewable energy from people in leather masks,
From
being
very good
whipped while in a
boys.
hamster ball. Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes they're good boys, you know. Sometimes they
Okay,
need to be
okay, okay,
punished.
okay, okay. We gotta reel it in. Gotta reel it in. But again, my position on this is always like I don't care about somebody's personal sex life. Now, I make one exception for this, and that's if you're a hypocrite, right? This person isn't a hypocrite because this person has never like said, "Oh, other people shouldn't be like engaging in this type of activity," or da 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 da. I do find it hypocritical when anti-gay politicians get caught, blowing men in like bathrooms. That's
Yeah.
different because they are living hypocritically. They're doing the thing that they then go out and preach against, like that really anti-gay pastor that was discovered to be gay, and I think 2017 or 2016, I forget exactly. It was one of Trump's, I think it was, no, it was one of Bush's advisors, actually. One of Bush's advisors ended up being gay. It was his spiritual advisor. I don't remember. It's been so long. But that would be my main issue here. And it was true for Donald Trump. People would ask me about his sex life and like what do I think. I wouldn't care whatsoever. Even though I do find it somewhat hypocritical. The groups he takes money from and the statements he'll say about traditional family values while going through a million divorces, never being loyal to his wife, cheating constantly, and everyone knows it, and not really anyone denies it either. And even the conservative movement would acknowledge this when talking about his personal sex life. And I guess I saw like a weird like coping mechanism of like, well, God sent one of his flawed sons to like lead the nation. It's like, okay, so you're just coming up for a reason for why you're supporting him. You're just trying to find a way around it here.
Whip out the entire bottle of copium. And just start huffing.
Exactly. But let's go a little further into this. For example, here it's Ian Miles Chong talking about this. This person identifies as queer gender with they them pronouns. His kinks are animal sexual. What does this even mean? His kinks are animal sexuality. I don't think that's what that is. And gay uncle BDSM is now in charge of overseeing America's nuclear power plants. This is how empires end. Not with a bang, but with whatever the hell this is. Okay, number one, if it did end because of this, it would technically still be with a bang.
Yeah.
Just a
I
different.
mean, that would be a good way to go.
Well, I personally, not my way to go, but it would still be ending with a bang. That's the first thing. Number two, and that's sexual innuendo, of course. But a second thing, if we did end this country through mismanagement of nuclear power, it could also end in a bang. So that's a second reason why that wouldn't make sense. Third thing is, I don't understand how politicians being sexually active or open about how they're sexually active is going to bring about the end of the empire, the end of America. I just don't understand it. Out of everything you think that's going to bring an end to this country, it's the guys engaging in puppy play.
It's just blatant appealing to like reactionary sentiment, right?
Well, yeah, it's just the disgust, right? It's just this person is very open about what they're into, and therefore you can shame them. Where I'm probably Ian Miles Chong probably likes getting his feet tickled with like a feather duster. We have no clue, right? And you know what? He has a right to that privacy. But 100%, the people that get the angriest when this type of stuff comes out have the most to hide. And let me tell you, politicians are freaky, man. And I'll tell you, like, I can tell you probably, there's a lot of politicians that are like, man, I deal with power all day. I make all these tough decisions. They go home and they want to engage in some weird BDSM stuff because they want somebody else to take control, because that's what they do all day. And so I don't know. I actually would say that politicians have a higher likelihood than average to be what society would term sexually deviant in the bedroom.
I would love to see some double-blind randomized controlled trials to investigate the matter.
True. I think Mitch McConnell could be a great test subject. I remember all those rumors about Mitch McConnell, and it was Mitch McConnell sleeping with gay prostitutes in D.C. How they had a nickname for him. It's all just rumors, but like that type of stuff exists for like a decent amount of DC politicians. How many of those is actually true? Who knows? My God. So, what do you think? Do you think this is the end of America?
I would guess not. I'm a betting man. I would give that pretty bad odds.
Look at this, by the way. Can we just look at this headline? Revealed. New Office of Nuclear Energy Deputy Assistant partook in puppy play kink community. revealed. Like they've just unveiled like the curtain on a global scheme, a corruption scandal to end all corruption scandals, even though this person posted these images on their public social media pages and never took them on. You can't, it's like the recent Joe Rogan, like, N-word revealed. You didn't reveal anything, okay? This was all publicly available. You didn't have to go doing some deep digging here. You just took publicly available information and then just blasted it to a larger audience. You're not revealing anything. You're even barely doing journalism, to be honest.
Yeah, new photos surface. there's so many like ways people load in false information into headlines. Another one is admitted. Like X person admitted to something. It's like,
Yes, and you morally load it. It'd be like if somebody like, Dylan, did you eat a grilled cheese? Yes, Dylan admits to eating grilled cheese. Now you feel like, wait, did he lie? Did he say he wasn't eating a grilled cheese? Just that word implies so much to most people, even though it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
yeah,
But my goodness, this is so much about this issue. They're just so angry. Let's read a little bit of this article before we move on to the conspiracy stuff. Photos have emerged revealing that the new Deputy Assistant Secretary of Spent Fuel and Waste... You want to know what, actually? I trust this person now more than most politicians. This person who's going into this role. Because number one, I doubt there's a lot of dirt on this person. If he's willing to just... or they, sorry, I don't really know their pronouns. They, if they're willing to just put it all out there like this... I doubt this person could have any, you know, like, secret info that somebody's holding hostage to, like, get stuff out of them. I doubt that. And number two, if this is the avenue you're attacking this person by, I feel like you don't have any policy concerns here. Or the policy concerns are insignificant if you're going to be going by this avenue of attack.
that's a very compelling argument. I think they should be promoted.
Yes, vice president. Actually, if Biden doesn't run in 2024... I'm voting Ian, okay? I just want everybody to know I'm writing in Ian next election. Waste and deposition in the Office of Nuclear, and actually we should replace the Democrat symbol from a donkey to a person in puppy play, in honor of Ian when he runs when they run in 2024. Office of Nuclear Energy, which is part of the Department of Energy, has taken part in the sexual. They put kink in parentheses here. I don't know why. Community called puppy play. A photo from Instagram posted by Twitter by libs of TikTok reveals Sam Britton standing in a dress surrounded by three individuals crawling on the floor, clad in leather attire that resembles dogs. The caption of the February 19, 2018 post reads, Kink 101 was amazing this year at MBLGTACC 2018. With the two hashtags referring to the Midwest Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, Transgender Allied College Conference. Britain's association with puppy play community was also highlighted in a January 2016 Metro Weekly article. The article talks with numerous members of the puppy play community. Man, Post Millennial has done their puppy play research for this. My God, they've dug it up. While not leather-centric, grew out of the leather and BDSM communities and is often lumped in with other fetishes that may be unfamiliar to the casual observer. It's a world that, although slowly gaining acceptance, it's still misunderstood. This is probably the most... if you look at... They're interviewing specific, like, pup handlers and their jobs and what makes a good handler and what makes a good puppy, and they're adding all these details. And this is on a... this is a conservative news outlet. Post Millennial.
Yeah, just imagine, Dylan, like you're working on your journalism degree, you get an internship at the Post Millennial, you show up for your first week of work and you're researching.
Oh my God, the intern who had to go through all of this person's posts and then stumbled on this in 2018 and had to have like a conference with other journalists. Like, so it looks like one of Biden's appointees is into puppy play. And then there's like some 89-year-old decrepit man barely able to raise his finger, and he raises his hand and says, "What's puppy play?" And then they get out the slides, they show the pictures, they get into the specific of handlers and all of that. It might honestly be one of those situations where there's like, this is disgusting. Then you just keep reading because you don't want to admit that they're into it. I think that might be what this is. Because, for me, if I was going to write an article to just appeal to disgust through this, right? It would be like half the size. It'd be like, look at these photos, ew, move on. If I just wanted to get the disgust response. But they're going deep into like the handlers and the look at one of the hardest things about being a handler is that I've honestly had people ask, wait, you have sex with animals. They believe it's abusive. Da, da, da. They're going into all of this.
Yeah, this is a disgusting degenerate fetish, but look at this new mask they've got. Like they
A
have these new
pup should
models.
never get so dry that he has to ask for water. A handler should know that even if he's not whimpering for water, this is the time for something that he needs. Why is this in here? This is not needed information. Again, this
Look,
person's being
you wanna
appointed
paint, you wanna
to.
paint a very broad mental image.
This
of what's
person, again,
going on in the
it's
kink
nuclear
community.
energy in spent fuel waste disposition. None of this has to do with spent fuel, unless maybe he uses paper bags to pick up the puppy messes. I don't know, but this has nothing to this. None of this has to do with this. It's just, I think they just wanted to spend an afternoon. I think this was just a post millennials reporter's excuse to just research kink for a few hours.
That's what it is in my head canon. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, guess that's it. One second. I think this is a slam dunk way for a newspaper to publish this. It's silly, it relates to politics, and it is going to get a lot of views. Why wouldn't the news want to cover this? Well, I'm covering it for all those reasons too. If I'm being completely honest, I think it's silly. I think it will get a lot of views, who knows? But I also think it's stupid. And I just want to say why it's stupid. Is because who cares? I don't care what this person does sexually or in their bath or in the privacy of their own home, as long as they're not being a hypocrite and telling other people not to do certain things in the privacy of their own home. What I care about is if this person can do magic and make nuclear energy miles away from my home somehow power my computer. If they can do that, then they should get the job. And if this is all they can dig up on the person, then obviously they're probably pretty good on the job if they've got no complaints there. So good for them. Maybe it's since they're a handler and they're the dom, they're going to dominate these nuclear reactors and bring up production levels to a higher extent, higher than they've ever been before.
Absolutely. This is the kind of leadership we need in this country.
This is the kind of leader. Again, I believe we should support this individual for president 2024. Not Kamala, not Pete, not Biden again. We need Britain. We need Britain for president. Unironically, let's do it. Okay, that's enough of puppy play. I knew that's what you came here for.